Aside from it obviously being a hammer, what is this extra bit for? I believe it is an east wing hammer. I'm thinking the protrusion is maybe so the hammer won't fall out of a hammer loop easily. That is a hammer tooth hammer. The bit sticking out is called shark tooth. The space between the claw and the tooth is designed to grab and hold the edge of the lumber, allowing contractors to align studs, joists and trusses against their plates and rim joists. What are these markings found in a field on Google Maps? I was searching somewhere on Google Maps and came across these weird markings in a field, presumed to be some kind of plowing technique for a certain crop, but have no idea what. I have tried Googling unusual plowing markings, but to no avail. Found in Hampshire, southern England. What is it? These are trial trenches used to check if there is anything archaeologically significant under a field before developers come in and build houses. If they find something, then they dig extra trenches before deciding if it's worth a full dig. What is this gate on the Niagara River? There's nothing behind it. I assumed it was part of a dock or something, but can't think of its use. Probably 30 meters tall. Construction in concrete and steel. It leads to nowhere, and there are several identical structures along the Niagara River. Any ideas? They are hydro gates. Basically, there are huge underground tunnels that take water to the power plants, and these gates shut the water to them. They can actually turn Niagara Falls off completely and use all of the water for hydro, but they don't because of tourism. What are these things we found in the safe of a deceased man's house? 11 identical stacks of thin black paper strips wrapped in plastic foil, covered in fine white dust. Measurements of each strip approximately 16 by 6.5 centimeters. Height of each stack is approximately 5 centimeters. Other than that, the safe was empty. Age and origin are unknown. There are no labels on the stacks, and no printing on the strips. I haven't tasted the powder or done anything else with it. The deceased had a degree in chemistry, don't know whether this could be relevant. Any ideas? That is black money scam. He was scammed to believe it was currency dyed to be smuggled and could be restored. If the guy was a chemist, they could have been scammed by their own hubris of thinking they could fix dyed money. Or he was never a chemist, and that was part of the scam. What is the red pointy plastic used for in an old-style bottle opener? I can't get a straight answer. I have seen many of these throughout the years, but I can never figure out what the colored plastic point on the bottom is used for. That is for opening old-style push-tab style cans, so you don't cut your fingers. Coors Beer came out with a can with 2 push-in tabs, a small one for the air and a larger one for the beer to come out. They discontinued that style after some guy cut his finger and sued them. What are these green boards overhanging the road near Bari airport in Italy? The boards overhang both carriageways. There is no writing on them that I could see. Any thoughts? My father worked at Bari Airport for 30 years starting in 1971. My brother has been working there for almost 20 years now, and please note that these panels have been installed there probably 30 to 40 years ago. And that road is exactly a line parallel to the runway. I asked my father and he said, those are light deflectors. He told me those panels have been there since forever. So long that Bari Airport didn't have even an ILS system at the time to avoid the pilots would confuse that road during landing and to avoid car drivers disturbing with their high beam headlights. What are these small red flippable plates outside windows in Montreal, Canada? This was seen outside various windows on older architectural buildings. It appears the red plate is able to be flipped around. Not all the windows had them, but it may be because they were taken down as the nub the metal pole attaches to is still seen on the brick. What is it for? I've been in the construction industry for 10 plus years. I'm pretty sure that's a survey prism, because it is on older buildings and multiple buildings around the city. It is almost certainly being used to measure the settling of the buildings, to make sure they aren't falling down like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. What is this crumbling terracotta object found along the river in Maryland? I neglected to take a picture of the top, but it has a round opening about 1.5 inches across and 2 inches deep. There are no distinguishing marks on the bottom. Google searches turned up nothing. What is it? That is a Tulsi Vrindavan, an abode of holy Indian basil. It is a small structure or temple-like area where the Tulsi plant is grown and worshipped. It is considered a sacred space and is commonly found in Indian homes and is believed to bring positive energy, good luck, and peace to the home. What are these slices of rubber held together by metal brackets about 10 pounds? It hit my windshield going 80 miles per hour down the interstate. Luckily the windshield did its job and no one was injured. It looks like a part of a semi-trailer maybe. The rubber is hard and triangular shaped. Any help is appreciated. That is a heavy-duty recycled rubber wheel chock to keep the truck from rolling away from the dock. Probably was carelessly left on a flatbed trailer or unsecured on a truck that does road service for big rigs. That windshield went above and beyond its job, honestly. That's a little more than just wind. What is this small wooden flask which seems too small to hold much of anything? Easily fits in my palm. Very light and made of some kind of wood. Leather strap at the top which is held on with small metal pins. The top peg comes out and there is nothing inside. What is it? I have one of these. It was purchased as a souvenir in Australia. It's a wooden water bottle souvenir, made using Australian timber silky oak from the 1970s. What is this thing I found mixed with kitchen supplies? Each end is hollow, and the inside edges of each cupped end are beveled and nearly sharp. An 8-sided center ring keeps it from rolling. It feels a bit heavier than aluminum for its size, possibly stainless steel. I have done multiple web searches for kitchen supplies, gadgets fitting that description, barware, etc. I appreciate any help. Well, I've never seen an 11 inches long jigger. But it turns out that's exactly what it is. It's a mid-century aluminum double-sided jigger. This straight cylindrical jigger measures a 1:4 ratio. The small end measures 7/8 ounces, and the larger 3.5 ounces. This super cool jigger is 11 inches long and 1 1/4 inches wide. What is this decorative plate with a metal bottom and spout? They are separate pieces but do not come apart, as in the plate has been placed on top of the metal, and the metal has been hit and molded around the plate to keep everything together. Any help is appreciated. It's an antique 1900s era warming plate. This is a keep warm plate for food, from before the time zapping your leftovers and the microwave was an option. My mum has one. You plate up the food and pour boiling water into the spout to fill the metal pan, pop a lid on, and the food stays warm for much longer without drying out, because the thermal mass of the water helps retain the heat. What are these things found buried in a pit, dug in Yankton, South Dakota, where an old hotel used to be prior to 1875? The vials must be broken open, and inside the golden capsules are a piece of paper with a number on it. The friend who found it thinks it may have been used as a target for a competition or something, and the numbers were related to the prize, but I'm not convinced. I have tried searching for 1800s glass targets, Civil War era targets, and 1800s glass vials, but don't find anything that looks even remotely similar. Any ideas? Please tell us in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.